Okay, I first want to say I think this has been an awesome week for the channel. There's been 3 awesome videos already get uploaded this week, and I know Sunday's technically the next week, but with school, I kind of almost consider Sunday part of the first week. But as far as the 3 videos that came out this week, I think all are awesome. Counting this one that's coming up, and the one that's going to come this Sunday. But I think this has been an awesome week because, for one, we had that Sue set, which was awesome. I'll put a link to that video. And then we had my first Hammond collection figure, which we'll put a link to that video. And then we've got this. This is a lot that I'm so excited to go over. These figures are from Dinosaur King. If you don't know what Dinosaur King is so awesome. It's like almost like a mix between, well, it is a mix. It's like Pokemon, but instead of Pokemon, you've got dinosaurs. So it's like you replace Pikachu and Charizard with T-Rex and Triceratops. I just think it's awesome because I really like those types of animes, like Pokemon and stuff like that. So then whenever you just switch it with dinosaurs, I think it works great. And I did really like it. But there was only one thing that always kind of bugged me with Dinosaur King, and it's how they chose the elements. So the elements, I think there's 6 elements. There's a purple one that's like Earth, which is like Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus, makes sense. There's a water one, which is all the sauropods and the Spinosaurs. Then there's like a lightning element that's all the Ceratopsians. And then there's like a life, I think it's called life, but it's like a plant element, and it's all the Hadrosaurs and Ornithopods. And then there is the fire and the wind element, which is where everything gets confusing. So the fire element has all of, I guess you would probably say, the larger theropods, and the wind element is all the smaller theropods for the most part, but it's not really, because Allosaurus is in the wind element, Saurophagonix is in the fire element, and if you know, these 2 dinosaurs are so closely related that some paleontologists consider them the same genus. So I just feel like they should be in the same element. And then there's like Carnotaurus is in the wind element, and Abelisaurus is in the fire element. Sinraptor is in the, one of Sinraptor, Yangchuanosaurus, and Metrocanthosaurus. One of those 3 is in the wind, and 2 are in the fire. It's just so weird. I think they should have been more consistent with how they did that element. But for the most part, I really like how the elements, I think a lot make sense. But that one just, it kind of bugged me. And I do own some of the cards of these figures, but these were the first time I've ever got the figures. And this lot was nearly perfect for the 3 figures it had, because there were 3 dinosaurs I really wanted figures of. So the 3 figures, it's the Maiasaura, the Carcharodontosaurus, and the Daspletosaurus. Maiasaura is a really popular hadrosaur that I really liked, but I don't think I even had a really good figure of it, so I was glad to get it. The Daspletosaurus is a tyrannosaur that I really liked for a while, but just haven't had a figure of, so I was super glad to get it. I kind of have a nickname for this one being Barney, because, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's a big purple tyrannosaur theropod, so I think the nickname is pretty fitting. And then Carcharodontosaurus, one of my personal favorite theropods that I think I definitely should have got more figures of, because I think the Geo World Jurassic Huntress one's the only one I have other than this one. One thing I will say about the dinosaur, I actually really like how the designs of most of the dinosaurs look in Dinosaur King. All 3 of these are in the anime. Is the wrists are incorrect. That's the only really big inaccuracy for most of the dinosaurs, is the theropods most do have the wrong facing wrist, but other than that, they actually look pretty good. Yeah, so all 3 were much wanted additions to the collection, not only because they're dinosaurs that I really wanted, but because I really wanted to get some Dinosaur King figures. I really like the anime, and I just really wanted to get some figures from this awesome series, and I'm glad to finally do it, especially with the 3 dinosaurs being ones that I wanted figures of. So I definitely wouldn't care to get more of these in the future, especially if you all really like them. I definitely wouldn't care to get more. And one thing I will say, having these figures in hand, they are actually slightly bigger in person. They're not, I mean, obviously they're not huge by any means, but they're like about the same size as most Safari LTD tube figures, maybe a little bigger, but they are slightly bigger than I honestly thought they would be. Honestly, I think they're a little bit bigger than the Safari LTD tube figures for the most part, but I do really like them. Yeah, I'm definitely glad to add these 3 to the collection for the reasons I stated already. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I know this was a kind of a short video, but this was kind of a video to go over these 3 figures, which I knew wouldn't take too long, but I definitely did want to show them off. And I did want to talk about Dinosaur King because I haven't got to talk about it on this channel much. And And yeah, I think that's it. And I will say, going back to what I was saying earlier in the video about 3 awesome videos coming out, and one coming up that I think will be awesome. We're going to have a big announcement video coming, I believe what will be Sunday. So yeah, stay tuned for it. I think it'll be a really cool thing that I think you all will love to see. And I will say it's talking about a figure that I won't have in hand yet, but I have ordered it, and it will be really cool. I did actually go look and found the Dinosaur King cards. I do actually have 2 cards, well, 2 of one of the dinosaurs and one of the dinosaurs cards. I don't have any cards in the maiasaura, unfortunately, but I do actually have 2 cards of the daspletosaurus, kind of 3, and 1 card of the carcharodontosaurus. I have this prowling daspletosaurus card, and just this regular daspletosaurus card. I have 2 of this one, actually, so that's why I said I kind of have 3. And one thing I did want to say also about daspletosaurus, I did actually mention, and I think that Corythosaurus video, I'll put a link to it, or try to remember to, that I actually was wanting to get a daspletosaurus figure really bad, so I was really glad to get this one. And then I have this spectral armor carcharodontosaurus, which obviously looks really cool with that armor. But yeah, I definitely am glad to add these 3 to the collection, like I said earlier, and definitely stay tuned for that video coming Friday. I knew when I added the last little clip that there was one other thing I wanted to mention in this video, and it was that we're so close to 100 subscribers at the date of making this video. I'm making this video on the Sunday before, so it'll be actually 5 or 6 days before this video that comes out that I actually recorded it, because I recorded this video on the same day that I recorded the Hammond collection figure and the Sue set. And the video that's going to come out next Sunday, or this coming Sunday. But we're so close to 100 subscribers at the date of making this video that I hope that we're at 100 subscribers, or really close to it by the time this video comes out. And if we're not, I would really appreciate if you all would subscribe. I don't like to say this much, but we're so close to 100 subscribers, I would love to get up to 100. I think it would be so awesome if we could get to 100 before Christmas. And I'm not really sure what I want to do for this 100 subscriber special, so I'm going to have a poll that should already be up by now to help decide on what the 100 subscriber special video is going to be. So I would definitely appreciate it if you vote, so that way we can have a really cool 100 subscriber special video. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm actually out this time.